concluded on tonight's show. But on Prime Ticket, the world's largest regional sports network, hey, coming up next, WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Yes, sir, Lionel Washington against Michael Dokes. That ought to be a bruiser.
John.
California State Championship heavyweight bout. Michael Dokes tonight takes on Lionel Washington from Bakersfield, California, with Dokes a heavy favorite. The Dokes saga started maybe on December the 10th, 1982. He fought Mike Weaver at Las Vegas, Nevada, and it resulted in the second fastest knockout in the first round for a heavyweight fight. Just 63 seconds before the referee, Joey Curtis, stepped in and mercifully stopped the bout. Many people thought that it was stopped too soon, and there was a big hullabaloo about it later on. They later on fought again, and it was a 15-round decision going to Dokes. The manager of Dokes is Marty Cohen, 92 years of age, and he nursed him back to health after a boxing hiatus of 33 months because of cocaine addiction. He also invested his money wisely, and he says Dokes one day will fight and win the heavyweight championship. He's got great punching power. The knock on Dokes has been that he himself gets hit too often. But he's got an iron chin, and he's got the muscular ability to put even the strongest foes on their back. Dokes, with his drug problems behind him, won 8 consecutive fights. And then on March the 11th of this year, he took on Evander Holyfield at Atlantic City. A great fight. And in the 10th round, Holyfield knocked him out. All right, now up in the ring, Jimmy Lennon Jr. has a special presentation and some very nice folks to help him with it.
Gentlemen, as part of the Lions Fight for Sight night here at the Great Western Forum, I'd like to introduce to you the Lions Club members who are instrumental in conducting tonight's first annual fundraiser in association with Forum Boxing Incorporated, and this is to support the home of the brave.
All right, the national anthem. And in the middle of the ring to throw some roses now, he throws one to Carlos Palomino, and that is Marty Cohen, the 92-year-old manager of Michael Dynamite Dokes, who spent the entire time since he's been in the ring, now about 5 minutes, of staring down Lionel Washington. Here's Jimmy Lennon.
The WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, along with the California State Heavyweight Championship at stake. This bout is supervised and directed by the World Boxing Association in conjunction with the California State Athletic Commission. Representing the commission, we have Chairman Raul Silva, Vice Chairman Commissioner Jerry Nathanson, and the Assistant Executive Officer at ringside, Don Muse. Presenting the officials as appointed, we have Robert Bird, Lou Moret, Pat Russell, and the referee in charge of our main event is Larry Rosadia. All right, fans, here we go. This is our main event. 2 titles at stake. Introducing the big men of boxing in the ring, heavyweights in action. Introducing to you on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks and hailing from the great city of Bakersfield, California. He weighs in tonight at 233 pounds. With a record of 11 wins, 4 losses, with 10 wins by way of knockout. He is the defending California State Heavyweight Champion. Please welcome Lionel Washington. And his opponent across the ring, ready to fight on my right out of the red corner. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with red trim, now fighting out of the great city of Los Angeles, California. He weighs in tonight 253½ pounds with a record of 40 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, with 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is the former WBA heavyweight champion of the world, currently ranked #4 contender in the world, introducing Michael Dynamite Dokes. Referee in charge now to give instructions, Larry Rosadia.
Mouthpiece. Okay. I want you to obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break, once you stop punching, let go and take one step back. Understood? Good luck. Shake hands and return to your corner.
Anybody out there that wants to go in and stare? 6'3" and 6'5". 253 and a half and 233. 31 years of age, Michael. And Lionel at 29. The reach is 82 in favor of Washington, just 78 for Dokes.
253 pounds.
That's big. And there'll be a lot of power behind the punches. The last time we saw Lionel Washington here, he fought Mike Weaver. That was in May this year, and he was knocked out in the first round. Dokes stalking him.
And Dokes is very serious.
I'll say he is. It's 20 after 8. He must have a 9 o'clock flight. I talked to him tonight as he arrived in his limo, and he was a very nice looking man then. I would want to talk to him now. Now he starts to do some punishing to Washington.
Oh.
Dokes told me that he hurt his back the other day in training. He hadn't been able to do much training or much running. So he said, I'm a little bit overweight. Well, at 253 and a half, that's no lie. But he said, I think I can go a couple of rounds. I said, you think you'll have to go too? He said, I hope not. Right above us now.
Ooh.
Dokes manager Marty Cohen, a close friend of Don King, tried to get a fight with Mike Tyson. He asked King for $3 million. King offered him $1 million. Cohen said, forget it.
Ooh,
punishing blows to the stomach.
Vicious body shots by Dokes. And he's got all that 253 pounds behind those body shots, and that's the way you got to throw them.
If you've ever been to the Forum fights, he's the guy that sits ringside in a big white Panama hat, and that staggered Washington. First round action. That staggered him again. We're only halfway through the round. He took Weaver out in 1982 in 63 seconds of the first round. I think he's surprised that Washington didn't go down. He got him with some big shots.
He hit him with some vicious right hand and left hooks, and I think he is surprised that he kind of stepped back and said, oh, it's going to take a little more. But I think he'd be smart to stay at the body because he was hurting Washington to do those body shots, and those hands will drop, and he'll do the job upstairs after that.
Is there blood coming out of the forehead of Dokes? I think there is. I think there's a cut in his forehead.
Is that right?
Let's wait and see when he turns around this way. But our camera people and our producer Jerry Romano and director Susan Stratton confirm it. He's got his back to us still, but I believe there's a cut on his forehead. There is a cut on his forehead.
Yeah, there is.
Bleeding down onto his white trunks. It had to be a butt because Washington hasn't landed anything that would have cut him.
No, it definitely was. It must have been a butt.
The end of this round, we're going to stay right here. 16 seconds left about. And now Dokes knows that he's bleeding because the blood is coming right down across the eyebrow and down the beak of his nose. We'll go to Dokes' corner at the end of this round and see what's going on over there. Eddie Futch is handling him in the corner. I'll tell you, he looks a lot like a small sumo wrestler.
He really does.
They go to work on the cut. Pressure applied. We're going to look back on our tape and see if we can find the time in the round when their heads came together. Now watch. You got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
There it is.
Great camera work and great production.
And actually was Michael.
Oh, that's a pretty good cut.
It's a gash.
He's very lucky it's on the forehead because
yes,
you step in good with your 102 and your 123. Come on, mouthpiece, mouthpiece. Group it up.
That's Eddie Futch talking.
Wide open too.
Come on, baby, let's go.
They got to get this over with in a hurry if they can. This would be a serious setback for Michael Dokes because he's got his eyes on a bout with Mike Tyson one day for the right price. And he cannot afford to lose to Lionel Washington, who has had 15 pro fights and lost 5 of them. He scored 9 of his wins, 10 of them by knockout. Staggering blow.
Another right hand.
He's determined to finish it this round. No question about that. And Washington just as determined not to let it happen with Benny Benjamin in his corner. Washington was the former Cal State heavyweight champion. They're fighting for that crown tonight, as well as the Intercontinental WBA 12-round title, heavyweights. Michael could never go in the ring against a guy like Tyson, I don't think. Maybe you disagree with me, Carlos, in the condition he's in tonight.
Never. See, the reason that he's not throwing a lot of punches now, trying to end this fight, and he's looking for a spot to shoot, is because he knows he doesn't have the gas to put out.
He told me today when he arrived here, he said, I haven't been able to train the way I wanted to train, and I've picked up a little weight.
I'd say he picked up, I think he was about 230 for the last time he fought.
That's right.
So that's 23 pounds that he put on. That's too much weight. And I think if Lionel Washington can take this fight into the later rounds, he might have a shot.
Because of fatigue. That's your point?
That's my point.
As you say, and wisely, Dokes is not just throwing punches to be throwing punches. He's measuring his man, waiting, as you put it so well, the spot.
He's looking for a spot because he knows he doesn't have the gas to just throw a lot of punches and hope to, to catch him with one of those punches. He's trying to pick a spot to land the big shot that's going to get him out of this fight. And I notice that every time he does throw a flurry of punches, he steps out, taking deep breaths with his mouth wide open.
Let's give you a further update now on the cut. It has not bled at all in this round. It has not been opened any more severely, which is good news for the corner of Dokes fans. Coming to the end of round 2.
Premier seating, membership to the Private Forum Club, special dinners, and a prestigious Ringsiders Club jacket. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to purchase the best seats for championship title bouts. Join the elite crowd of the Forum Ringsiders Club and make the most of your night at the fights.
Round 3, ladies and gentlemen, I call your attention to this. This is a most important round because the WBA Intercontinental rules say that where a butt is involved, a fight must go at least 3 full rounds or it's a technical draw. So if they get through this round, that could change a lot of things in the future of this fight and the future perhaps of both men. You got to go 3 rounds, and it was a butt that inflicted the cut. We showed that to you. Michael going to the belly again. The cut has been opened badly. His face is smeared with blood now. And again, the combinations by Washington. And Dokes in trouble. And he knows he's in trouble. Dynamite has a blood-smeared forehead coming down through the brow of his right eye. He's an ugly mess right now.
Ooh, it's a lot of blood.
If it doesn't go through this round, excuse me, Carlos, remember, folks, if it doesn't go through this, it's a technical draw.
And I don't know why Lionel Washington is not pressing the issue right now.
Like he was at the start of the round. As soon as he saw that blood. Maybe he doesn't want to make him mad.
It could be, but right now I think I see a great opportunity for him.
I do too.
And he's letting it go by because at any time in this fight, Michael Dokes can land the big one.
Well, the way that cut is bleeding now, he better land a big one because they'll take a look at that, I think, with the medics after this round. Dokes after it, man, and they found him. We've got 48 seconds to go in the round. Lionel Washington playing cat and mouse. The cut on the forehead of Dokes was an accidental butt in the first round.
Well, Michael Dokes has got to be thinking now because he's landed some pretty good right hands, and that Washington is still standing in front of him.
Yeah, but he's only got 19 seconds left in the round, and round 3. Takes it out of the technical draw area. If this round is completed. Three rounds are over. We're going to stay here and go over to Dokes' corner. There'll be a lot of work over there done in a hurry by Kevin Ford on that cut. Now let's see what we can hear from Eddie Futch.
Yeah.
No. That's a bad cut. That's a bad cut. Let's let the man come here.
They're talking into the microphone over there. Listen.
Goddamn right. Come on, Doc. Look at this cut.
Doc's going to take a look. I think they're going to stop it.
And Eddie Futch is saying that's a bad cut. He wants the Doc to go.
We go to the point system.
What they're asking is, how will it be decided if we stop it here?
Running right down there.
The information we have is that the WBA Intercontinental rule.
We got time.
We got time.
It's not the eye.
You can do it.
It's not this.
We do not know for sure that they've ruled it a butt, but I think common sense indicates to you that it's a butt.
The eye stopped.
What does he say?
Every time I get here, see? It runs right in the eye. That's what I'm talking about. You can't see.
Come on, Mike.
They're talking about the blood running down into his eye.
Out of here.
Don't pull out. Mouthpiece. Don't pull out. Don't pull out.
Real sharp, real smart. Think back.
Don't pull out, Mike. Keep low. Stay close to me. You can't put go, baby. Oh, I thought that was the tip.
It's getting serious. Now, we are told by our spotters at ringside, and I'm going to ask Kenny to check again. Would you check for me, Kenny, to see whether or not they counted it a butt? That's very important. Good left hand by Dokes. Dokes 39, 2-2 with 25 knockouts. Oh, they did not call it a butt. They did not call it a butt. You know that it was because you saw it on Prime Ticket Television, the world's largest regional sports network. But since they didn't see it, they do not have the opportunity to view the TV replay, and that is not used in boxing circles so far as we know. So it's just a plain poke cut.
That's it. And there was some anxious sounding men in that corner at the end of that.
That's why they wanted to know how it was going to be scored in case it was stopped because of the butt. But they have not ruled it a butt. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Nice punch.
And that's another
counter. He cut him, I believe, or else knocked blood from the original cut.
It looks like another cut on the edge.
Outer edge of the right eye.
The right eye, exactly. And that was a punch.
That was a punch. I really think this is a total surprise to Michael Dokes. I mean, the way the fight has gone, don't you?
Oh, exactly. It's got to be. Well, he landed a lot of great punches in the early rounds. And I think he's surprised that Washington is still standing.
Oh, beautiful punch by Dokes.
And that shook Washington a little bit. He's hanging on.
Larry Rosadilla, the fine referee, in the ring with him. This is the fourth round of 12.
And let this be a lesson to a lot of young fighters out there.
Hooking left hand by Dokes.
You don't come into a fight out of shape like this with added extra weight. It doesn't matter who you're fighting. There's always that chance.
If Michael loses this fight, it could cost him a lot of dough in the future. A lot of dough.
Most definitely.
Back on March 11th up in Las Vegas, he gave Evander Holyfield a tremendous fight before being knocked out in the 10th round.
He's blinking his eyes quite a bit.
He has lost all of the positive look that he had when the fight started. Let's go back to the corner with the former heavyweight champion. He won the WBA heavy title from Weaver back in '82.
You didn't declare that a butt?
No. It was very clear it was a butt.
It wasn't a damn punch.
You hear that? Eddie Futt said to the referee, Larry Rosadid, you mean to tell me you didn't call that a butt? And Larry said, no, I did not.
It's too late now anyway.
Now they're calling timeout over here in the corner. The doctors are taking a careful look. They're putting a flashlight on the cut.
Don't be pulling out on him. They're
going to stop it?
He's trying to get you with that right hand as you pull out. You understand? Stay out of his face. Don't be leaning towards that right hand.
Let it go on.
Mike, you got to go to work, baby. Come on.
Come on.
Futz is right on when he said, didn't you call it a butt? But you can't call what you don't see.
Exactly.
Come on.
Don't fuck around. Put your right hand behind this guy.
102 will work, but you got to step in with it. Step in with it and do me a double set.
Come on, Mike. And go right back to the right hand again, okay? Come on, baby. Come on. You got to get right.
Yep.
That's when he cut the eye open. So the big butt cut on top of the head and then the right eye in the corner. Michael Dokes looks tired already.
He does. He looks very tired.
And now, with a new fierceness of his own, Lionel Washington is aggressive.
Oh, exactly. His confidence is growing round by round, and here he is.
Jabbing away. This is a golden opportunity in the career of Lionel Washington.
What a great opportunity. He could find himself in the big money.
He is so concerned with being knocked out with one punch by Dokes that he is really not being free-flowing and throwing his own.
That's what it is. He's just concerned about getting knocked out. And when he should be forcing this fight now, he's got the cuts. He could open those cuts up, and this fight could be stopped, and he could be a winner, but instead he's laying back.
We're in the 5th round of a 12-rounder on the schedule. Out there on TV land on Prime Ticket, do you think it'll go 12? Washington had a glancing blow off the head of Dokes.
He just missed it. He tried it.
Dokes is 31 years of age in the white, and Washington, excuse me, is 29.
And it would be a major setback in Michael Dokes' career for him to lose this fight, because he's on the verge of a big money fight with Mike Tyson.
He's a gourmet cook. He likes fettuccine with salmon and mushrooms and oregano and peppers. Looks like he ate some of it.
Well, that's where the 20 pounds came from, looks like.
This is the first time that Mike Dokes has ever fought at the Forum, although he's here for every show with his big, beautiful Panama hat. He works with youngsters down at the Hollenbeck Youth Center, a part of the Los Angeles Police Department. They've done a great job of stopping the flow of blood on both cuts.
They sure have. You know, and Michael has very, very fast hands, but as the rounds go on here, because of the added weight, he's going to slow down.
The 5th round draws to a close at the Great Western Forum.
Michael ahead, 50-47. He won the first 2 rounds, so the third one was even. Then the round where the cuts occurred, the second cut, I gave to Lionel Washington.
We're in the 6th round now of a scheduled 12-rounder. And I think that most boxing experts thought the fight would be over long ago with Dokes the winner.
Oof.
But strange things happen.
And Michael Dokes is slowing down. He's starting to. Lionel Washington's jab is starting to land on him now.
2 and 3 punches at a time. It's not a strong jab. It's more of a paw.
Pestering jab.
One minute into the 6th round. I'll tell you something. In the 1st round, Washington proved that he's in pretty good shape because he took some shots to the midsection that would floor most people.
He definitely did, and he's in very good shape. You can see he is trim, and he's taking some vicious shots in this fight. And he's still standing, so he got himself in good shape. And that's what you have to do as a fighter. You're a professional. You should be in good shape for any fight, any sport.
Any sport, right. I know your son. Carlos Jr. is a great point guard for Cerritos JC.
Well, he's playing down there. He's getting a lot of time on the off-guard position now, but hopefully he'll move over to the point guard. That's where he wants to be.
He can be Magic Johnson's replacement in the Lakers one day. All right. A shot to the stomach hurt Dokes a little bit. That's a pretty good target.
Yeah.
Crowd booing. They want more action. Oh, did he want that one?
That was the one.
He had the grunt and everything. Half a minute. The longer this fight goes, the less chance Dokes has of winning it without a knockout, because fatigue has to set in.
Well, he's breathing. He's got his mouth wide open now, and you know, he's not doing too much. He's waiting. Throws one big punch and hopes that it lands. It hasn't landed for him yet. But Washington is just not doing enough.
All right, the round is over, and I want to remind you the junior featherweight title fight. As the champion, Juan Jose Dinamita Estrada, 37-7 with 31 knockouts, takes on Jesus Salud, 28-3 with 15 knockouts. So make your plans to join us. That's Monday, December the 11th, Fight Night at the Forum, right here on Prime Ticket, the world's largest regional sports network. Hey, look here. There's your buddy, Julio Cesar Chavez. Is he great?
One of the great fighters fighting today, pound for pound.
He's fighting in Vegas real soon.
I think he's going to defend his junior welterweight title there.
Handsome guy.
Got that baby face.
He put that kid to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what Dokes is trying to do to Lionel Washington, but Washington said, no, I didn't chop down the cherry tree. I'm going to go out here and fight. Here we go. Round number 7. Washington got away some good shots there, but didn't pursue it. He stood back and let him back away.
He threw the punches, but he was out of range, and
right.
those are safety punches, you know. He's just not really willing to commit to step inside and find out whether he can end this fight. As they say, you gotta be able to put your hand into the propeller when it comes to this game.
That's good. The Great Western Forum fans usually see mostly lighter weight fighters. The bantamweights, the superweights, the flyweights, the lightweights, and the so forth. And they expect the same speed of the fighters in heavyweight bouts, and it's not going to be.
Yeah, they are used to seeing a lot of punches and combinations thrown, and when it comes to a heavyweight fight that slows down to this pace, they start to show their disapproval. But, you know, I'm just really surprised at Lionel Washington. I mean, this is a great opportunity, man. He's got to step in. He's got to take a chance. He's got to take a chance. I mean, this could mean a lot of money. I mean, if nothing will motivate you in that corner, you got to have these people telling them you could be making $1, $2, $3 million here pretty soon if you could win this fight.
And that is no joke. Money comes easy to the guys that spend it on the heavyweights. Last time that he fought here was in May of this year, and we were here. We did it on Prime Ticket, and Mike Weaver knocked him out in the first round. Oh, there's a great right hand. That's staggered. Washington's in trouble.
Oh, vicious.
7th round. We got a full minute to go. Here's the opportunity for Michael Dokes to stop it.
This is it.
The legs of Washington are definitely wobbly.
That one just missed.
Dokes is not forcing the issue. He's waiting for that one perfect shot.
He just does not have a gas tank to be able to push.
Good jab, and that hurt Washington. And he rubs his jaw. He might have suffered a little cut under the right eye. We'll see when he turns around.
Lionel Washington's face is starting to show.
Yeah. Right above us now.
His eyes are starting to pop. Yeah, there's a little cut.
Yeah,
inside the eye. Oh!
Right hand was solid. The right and the left combination. Dokes rocking his man. He's going to knock him down. Save him. Oh! Wow! After the bell. After the bell. The referee doesn't know that the bell sounded. He started to count him. Can you believe that? We are here to show you what happened if we can. Both men are badly battered. The referee did not hear the bell. Dokes in 30 seconds.
And he's calling it a knockdown because he did not hear the bell. He's calling it a knockdown. I just saw him.
They're counting it a knockdown despite the fact we think it came after the bell, and the commission is calling to the corner now of Dokes. We want to see the knockdown of Dokes. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, and see if you hear the bell before the punch. We think we did. Knocking his man. He's going to knock him down right now. The bell doesn't save him.
Way after the bell.
Way after the bell.
3 seconds.
Way after the bell. But they're ruling it. The referee is ruling a knockdown, and like before, he didn't call it a button because he didn't see it. And here, he cannot call it before the bell because he didn't hear the bell. Wow.
Wow.
Now, I don't know which man is in the worst shape. The right eye of Washington may be closed by the time the round ends.
And also, Lionel Washington was rocked. He was on the way down.
Yeah.
And landed that big. So let's see who recovered. Oh, it all depends on condition.
The referee came over and told Judge Robert Byrd right beside us, and we heard him say it. It is a knockdown. I did not hear the bell. And that's official. All right, let's see what happens. Solid left hand by Dokes, a right hand by Dokes. And Dokes has got his man wobbly. Dokes has got his man
down he goes.
8th round, 40 seconds gone. I don't think that Washington is in any shape to continue. He's looking at the referee through glassy eyes. It's all over. In the middle of the ring, a blood-faced Michael Dokes has escaped what could have been a guillotine in his career. And he has put the damper on what could have been the brightest night of the boxing career of Lionel Washington. Cut with a butt, cut with a punch, and finally in the 7th round, unleashing a furious assault, Michael Dokes closed the eye of Washington. And then in the 8th round, punch after punch landed, and finally Washington caved into his knees as though he had had enough. He went down. He took the count of referee Larry Rosadilla while on his knees. And when it was time to get up, he looked in, well, total dismay at the referee for stopping it. It had to be stopped. That's what you call a volley of punches. And from a man 253.5 pounds, a man that's had 43 previous professional fights and 154 amateur fights, you know those punches were strong. And for the first time since he came out of his dressing room, a smiling Michael Dokes. He knows he escaped a very serious situation. We will have an interview with Michael Dokes on Prime and Fight Night at the Forum coming up next.
If you're serious about sports, Prime Ticket is the place to be.
It was up and roaring at the end there in the 8th round. Let's find out about the time and so forth from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 49 seconds in round number 8. Referee Larry Rosadia stops the contest. The fighter did not respond to his instructions at the time. The winner by way of knockout, he is the new WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion and the California State Heavyweight Champion, Michael Dynamite Dokes.
Michael Dokes is the California State Heavyweight Champion and the WBA Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. He is with Jerry Buss, the owner of the Great Western Forum. Record now 41-2-2, 26 knockouts. The reason the referee stopped the fight, you heard it announced, was because Lionel Washington couldn't answer the questions the referee was asking, and so the referee obviously knew that the man was, quote, out on his feet. Washington gave it a heck of a shot. Perhaps the biggest moment of his life has passed him by, and perhaps the closest that Michael Dokes has come to having what's been a great career marred has passed. Now let's go up into the ring with Carlos Palomino and the champ, Michael Dokes.
Michael, first of all, congratulations. All I can say is, wow. Tougher than you expected?
No, not really. I haven't boxed in 3 weeks. I haven't ran in 3.5 weeks. So I anticipated a hard fight, not making any excuses or anything. But I was thinking about canceling the fight because of a pulled muscle in my back. But I checked with the commissioner doctor, and I used some DMSO for about a week solid, and just tried to do the best I could with the ability I had.
So that means that's why you seem to be a little heavier, carry a little more weight tonight.
Exactly. The main reason why I couldn't run like I was supposed to. I didn't do any sparring.
Well, we're going to look and see that first cut on the forehead. There was definitely a butt. We saw it. Here
the referee didn't count it as
Oh,
yeah.
Well, the referee came over and said he did not see a butt, so that's why he didn't call it.
All right. Well, maybe you need to show him the instant replay.
And now we're going to look at the end of the fight here. You tell us what was happening.
Well, I don't know what round this is, but I know after I knocked him down, I caught him with a good shot. He came back and caught me one and knocked me down. It was more of a surprise shot. That shot right there was mainly, I was just trying to get him out there, work on it. I was missing a lot of shots. I caught him with a shot in the eye, I think it was, that took him out.
Marty, were you worried after those cuts? This is a big, he's on the verge of a shot with Mike Tyson, and here he was in trouble.
You're always worried when there's a cut, Carlos. But knowing Mike as I do, he's got a heart as big as you had when you were fighting. Cuts didn't mean anything, and it doesn't mean anything to Mike Dokes. And I just love to see him get in with Tyson, and he'll be in shape for Tyson.
Well, that's great. Congratulations again. Good luck to you, and we'll go back to Chick.
Well, you remember, ladies and gentlemen, I told you I had met him when he got out of his limousine coming to the fight, and he told me about that back injury. Not able to train, not able to run, not able to spar, not able to keep the weight off. And as a result, he came in out of shape, expecting he could take Washington out in the first or second round, but after the butt, he didn't have that chance. But he wins the fight by knockout in the 8th and gets the championship. Back with more on Prime Ticket Fight Night.
That's Ray Leonard on the right. Who is that on the left? I don't know. Leroy Neiman's poster. This is Uno.